Hello, I'm Joana Saahirah and this is a video offered with our class number 4 of Egyptian Dance ABC and Creative Awakening Level 4, an online course available at my school, Joana Saahirah's Online Dance School. This video is about the connection with the music. This is not the first time I record a video about musicality and the link between movement and sound. But for many reasons, this is a subject that comes back to the table every time I teach, every time I choreograph, every time I perform. It is so obvious that we tend to forget it. What usually happens is most dancers, including professionals, they focus on what they're doing. They focus on the action. They focus on the movement. They focus on what is going to happen, visually speaking, with their physical body. And the core of Egyptian dance has a lot to do with listening, not doing. This is something I learned from my musicians in Cairo. It was not something taught by dance teachers, curiously. It was an awareness of the importance of the sound that came from working daily for many years with the best musicians I've ever met in my life. Not only in Cairo, but the best musicians I've met in my life, the ones that I worked with while I was performing in Egypt. And they taught me about the importance of music and how a great Oriental dancer is much more than someone who has a nice body and nice movements and nice choreographies. A great Oriental dancer is many things, but one of them, I would say, one of the top 3 qualities of a great Oriental dancer is the ability to connect with the music, is the ability to surrender to the music, the ability to fit whatever she or he is doing in the sound. Some call it musicality, some call it creativity, some call it having a good ear. I think it's a combination of many things, but it starts with the willingness to surrender what you think a dance piece should be and actually listen to the music and answer to it. Co-create with it. Find the movements that flow with it. Somehow you have to forget about your body in order to dance. And I know this sounds like a contradiction to many of us because we associate dance with physical action, like a sport almost. But dance, it's not sports. Professional dance has many aspects of a professional sports career, for sure, but it's not sports. Dance is a combination of physical action and art. And art is not about the ego. It's not about what do I want? What do I know? How many steps can I put in this phrase? How many tricks can I show them? This is ego. This is vanity. This has nothing to do with art, and it has nothing to do with the Egyptian dance that I know and love and teach and perform. Somehow connecting the movement with the sound, with the music, is a question of forgetting about yourself, forgetting about your physical body, and listening. First, you have to receive. In my book, The Secrets of Egypt, I mention the 3 gates of Egyptian dance: the ears, the heart, and the physical movement. If there is physical movement, I can be pausing. I'm not always moving physically. I'm always moving, but not only physically, not always physically. Sometimes I'm feeling inside. There is energy flowing, but there is no physical action happening. Dance is not only what you see, it's what you feel. Dance is not only the physical body, it's also the energy that you move within and around you. It's also the feelings, the thoughts, the sensations, the life that you can feel, but eventually you cannot see. Musicality, or linking the movement with music, is about receptivity. It's about putting yourself back and paying attention to the music and asking, what do you want me to do? The music here is your guide, not the opposite. And the problem about many of the dancers that I know is that without noticing, They are imposing their willingness on the music. They actually distrust the music. I've lost the count of times when I heard dancers telling me, oh my God, I know the steps. Now I have to worry about the music. As if the music was a problem. As if the music was an extra skill they have to learn. And for me, the music is my guide. I always see the music as my safety net. If I don't know what to do, I listen. I listen to the silence, I listen to the music I'm working on, and I receive guidance from the music. The music is alive. It was made by human beings. It is not dead. It is not only the dancer who is alive, the music is alive too. Even if you are working with recorded music, that was someone's feelings once. There was a composer there. There was an orchestrator there. There were musicians recording that music. The person who wrote the lyrics, if there are lyrics, there is life there. Music is alive. It's not something dead that you deal with later on, or something that you try to plaster your stuff into. This is what I know, this is the movement I know, this is the trick I want to show, this is the effect I want to show. I want to show them how can I do this, I want to show them how can I do that. That is really not about Egyptian dance. It's about vanity, and it's about ego, and it's about the eagerness to be applauded and pleasing others. It has very little to do with Egyptian dance. So what I'm trying to say here is, in order to connect the movement, whatever that movement may be, to the sound, the first thing you gotta do is you gotta stop. In order to move meaningfully, you have to stop first. Otherwise, you will be just moving for moving, empty. But even if it sounds like a contradiction, and I know a lot of things that I teach sound like contradictions, but they're not. In order to move, you have to stop. In order to move with quality, you have to stop. In order to speak with clarity, first you have to listen. In order to respond to the music, first you have to listen to it. So stop, and you listen. Try to feel, what is the music telling you? Emotionally, instinctively. You have instinct, you have intuition. This is not something somebody can teach you. I can help you develop it, but I cannot teach you your instinct. Your instinct is yours. It was born with you. So, how can you feel that music? What does it tell you? What does it want you to do? How is it calling you? Is it asking you to stop? Is it asking you to run? Is it asking you to go inside? Is it asking you to go outside? Is it asking you for softness? Is it asking you for rough, rash movement? Is it asking you for what exactly? Understand the instruments. What instrument or instruments are playing? Violin, anun, laoud, ney, tabla, doholla, rik, duf, l'accordion. What? What is playing and what are they saying to you? How their speech resonates with you, in your heart, in your sensibility, in your perception, in your perspective, not your teacher's perspective, not the dancers you like perspective. Everybody has a specific ear. Everybody has a specific sensibility and way of listening to the silence and way of listening to the sound. In order to be an interesting Oriental dancer, you have to stop, listen, and answer to the music, and start seeing the music as a guiding light, as a safety net that tells you, especially when you don't know what to do, where you should go. And when you follow the music, you're always right. When you are inside of the music, you are always halfway to Tarab. You're arriving to Tarab. The transcendence, the ecstasy, the bliss that people speak so much nowadays. And it's a good thing that they speak about Tarab, but do they understand what Tarab means? Tarab is transcendence, is the experience of transcending my physical, mental body through silence, through music, through any experience that allows me to go out of my ego, to go out of my small self, to go out of my mind, to go out of this small existence, material existence. Any experience that allows me to transcend myself and reconnect clearly and closely to my soul. You cannot do that if you don't stop and listen and receive. The beginning of Egyptian dance and the beginning of dance in general and the beginning of Tara is stopping, listening, receiving. Everything else comes after that. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you like it, subscribe to my channel. Check the informations in the description box of this video. You have all the data about this online course, Egyptian Dance ABC and Creative Awakening Level 4, and all other courses available at our school. It's a pleasure to share the magic of authentic Egyptian dance with you. I love you guys. Mwah.